Hey nerds! Welcome back to Global Explorer. Today we're diving into a topic that's sure to spark some debate. The top 10 states that don't seem to matter much but somehow still exist. But seriously, when was the last time you thought about like Delaware, New York, California, Florida? They're like the popular kids in high school. But what about the quieter classmates, the ones who might surprise you if you just give them a chance? Today we're shining a light on those often overlooked corners of the US, so buckle up because we're about to embark on a cross-country road trip to discover the hidden gems of these underrated locations. Okay, let's get started. Alright, kicking things off at number 10, we have Delaware. You know, the state whose biggest claim to fame is being first. First to ratify the Constitution, first state in the Union. They even put it on their license plates. It's a point of pride, and rightly so, but beyond that, well, Delaware's kind of like that quiet kid in class who aced the history test but never really says much else. It's a state that prefers to stay under the radar. Don't get me wrong, Delaware's got its charms. It's a place where you can find peace and quiet, away from the hustle and bustle of larger states. It's got beaches, which is always a plus. The coastline offers beautiful views and a relaxing atmosphere. And Wilmington, the biggest city, is actually quite lovely. It's a small city with a big heart, offering a mix of modern amenities and historical charm. Plus, they've got history, right? Like serious colonial history. You can walk through towns that look like they've been frozen in time. William Penn sailed in there, the whole 9 yards. The state is steeped in stories from America's early days. But let's be real, you're probably not planning your next big vacation around a visit to the Delaware History Museum, are you? It's more of a hidden gem for history buffs. But hey, Delaware does have one major thing going for it. No sales tax. That's right, shopping here means you get more bang for your buck. Want to buy a car without getting slammed by taxes? Delaware's your place. It's a haven for those looking to make big purchases without the extra cost. So maybe it's not the most exciting state, but hey, a bargain's a bargain. And who doesn't love a good deal? And, you know, for a state that's basically the size of a postage stamp, Delaware has played a surprisingly important role in American history. Its small size belies its big impact. It was a key stop on the Underground Railroad helping slaves escape to freedom. This small state made a big difference in the fight for liberty. So yeah, Delaware might not be the flashiest state, but it's got heart. It's a place where history, charm, and practicality come together in a unique blend. Coming in at number 9, it's the littlest state with a big attitude, Rhode Island. This tiny gem of a state is often overlooked, but it has so much to offer that it deserves a closer look. Seriously, this state is so small, you could probably drive across it in the time it takes me to finish a rant about, well, anything. But don't let its size fool you. Every mile is packed with charm and character. We're talking about a state that could fit into Texas over 200 times. Imagine that, 200 Rhode Islands inside one Texas. It's mind-boggling. It's practically a rounding error on a map of the US, but what it lacks in size, it more than makes up for in personality and attractions. But don't let its size fool you. Rhode Island packs a punch. From its stunning coastline to its rich history, there's something for everyone. First of all, they've got clam chowder, and let me tell you, it's the best clam chowder this side of the Mississippi. This creamy, hearty dish is a must-try for any seafood lover. New England clam chowder, none of that tomato-based nonsense. It's all about the rich, creamy goodness that warms your soul. They're also famous for their gorgeous mansions in Newport, which are basically like something out of a fairy tale. These grand estates offer a glimpse into the opulent lifestyles of America's Gilded Age. And let's not forget about Providence, the capital city. This vibrant city is a hub of culture and creativity. It's got this cool, artsy vibe with amazing restaurants and a surprisingly vibrant nightlife. Whether you're into fine dining or casual eats, Providence has something to satisfy your taste buds. Plus, it's home to Brown University, which, you know, is kind of a big deal. This Ivy League institution adds a youthful energy to the city, but let's be real, the main reason to go to Rhode Island is for the coastline. With over 400 miles of shoreline, there's plenty of space to explore and relax. They've got these charming little beaches tucked away everywhere, perfect for a relaxing getaway. Whether you're looking to sunbathe, swim, or just enjoy the view, Rhode Island's beaches have got you covered. Rhode Island is proof that good things come in small packages, so next time you're planning a trip, don't overlook this small state with a big flavor. You might just be surprised by what you find. At number 8, we have Wyoming, a state that's basically synonymous with wide open spaces and, let's face it, not a whole lot else. I mean, when you think of Wyoming, what comes to mind? Cows, cowboys, the possibility of being abducted by aliens? Okay, maybe not that last one, but you get the point. Wyoming is a state that's bigger on nature than it is on people. We're talking about a land where you can drive for hours without seeing another soul, just endless plains and towering mountains. Now, for some people, that sounds like a nightmare. But for others, it's the ultimate escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Of course, Wyoming is home to Yellowstone National Park, which is basically like the Grand Canyon and Yosemite had a baby, and that baby was raised by wolves. It's a place of geysers, hot springs, and enough bison to make you think you've traveled back in time to the Wild West. But beyond Yellowstone, Wyoming is also a haven for outdoor enthusiasts. We're talking about world-class skiing, hiking, fishing, hunting, you name it, Wyoming's got it. Next up at number 7 we have Vermont, a state that's basically like a Norman Rockwell painting come to life. Think rolling hills, quaint villages, and enough maple syrup to satisfy your sweet tooth for a lifetime. Vermont is the kind of place where you can imagine yourself living in a cozy cabin, chopping wood, and wearing flannel unironically. But there's more to Vermont than just idyllic scenery and delicious breakfast food. It's also a state with a strong independent streak, as evidenced by its most famous politician, Bernie Sanders. Love him or hate him, you can't deny that Bernie is a unique and passionate voice in American politics. And speaking of unique, Vermont is also home to Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Yeah, that's right, the company that brought us flavors like Cherry Garcia and Chunky Monkey was founded in a converted gas station in Vermont. Of course, no discussion of Vermont would be complete without mentioning its stunning fall foliage. Every autumn, the hillsides explode in a riot of colors, from fiery reds and oranges to golden yellows and deep purples. So, yeah, Vermont might be small, but it's definitely mighty. Coming in at number 6 we have North Dakota, a state that's often described as flyover country. And let's be honest, it's not hard to see why. North Dakota is vast, flat, and about as exciting as watching paint dry. But hey, even the most seemingly boring places have their hidden gems, right? So what does North Dakota have going for it? Well, for starters, it's home to the International Peace Garden, a beautiful park that straddles the border between North Dakota and Manitoba, Canada. The garden is a symbol of peace and friendship between the two countries, and it's a great place to visit if you're looking for a little bit of tranquility in your life. North Dakota is also a great place to go if you're a fan of the great outdoors. The state is home to Theodore Roosevelt National Park, which is named after the 26th President of the United States, who spent time in the area as a young man. The park is a great place to go hiking, camping, and wildlife watching. So, yeah, North Dakota might not be the most glamorous state in the Union, but it's got its own unique charm. And at number 5, we have Montana, a state that's basically the definition of big sky country. Known for its expansive landscapes and endless horizons, Montana offers a unique sense of freedom and openness that is hard to find anywhere else. Seriously, the skies in Montana are so vast and endless that you'll feel like you could reach out and touch the stars. On a clear night, the Milky Way stretches across the sky like a glittering ribbon, making it a paradise for stargazers and astrophotographers alike. But all that open space can be a little bit intimidating, especially if you're used to the hustle and bustle of city life. The sheer scale of the landscape can make you feel small and insignificant, but it also offers a chance to disconnect and find peace in solitude. Montana is a state that's best experienced on the open road. The highways stretch out like ribbons through the landscape, offering breathtaking views at every turn. Whether you're driving through the mountains or across the plains, the journey is as much a part of the experience as the destination. Rent a car, roll down the windows, and just drive. Feel the wind in your hair and the sun on your face as you explore the state's many scenic byways. Each mile brings new vistas and unexpected surprises, making every road trip an adventure. You'll see towering mountains, sprawling plains, and maybe even a herd of bison or two. The diverse landscapes are home to a variety of wildlife, and you never know what you might encounter around the next bend. Just be sure to fill up your gas tank whenever you get the chance, because gas stations can be few and far between in some parts of Montana. Running out of gas in the middle of nowhere is not an experience you want to have. Of course, no trip to Montana would be complete without a visit to Glacier National Park. This iconic park is a must-see, offering some of the most stunning scenery in the United States. The park is home to some of the most stunning scenery in the United States, including jagged peaks, pristine lakes, and glaciers that will take your breath away. The sheer beauty of the landscape is awe-inspiring, and it's a place where you can truly connect with nature. Just be sure to pack your hiking boots because the best way to experience Glacier is on foot. The park offers a variety of trails ranging from easy walks to challenging hikes, each offering its own unique perspective on this incredible landscape. But Montana isn't all about nature. The state also has a rich history, dating back to the days of the Wild West. You can visit historic towns and ghost towns that offer a glimpse into the past, where you can almost hear the echoes of cowboys and pioneers. Montana's cultural heritage is as vast and varied as its landscapes, making it a fascinating place to explore. So, there you have it. 6 states that often get overlooked, but, as we've seen, they each have their own unique charm and appeal. Sure, they might not have the glitz and glamour of Hollywood or the bustling streets of New York City, but that's kind of what makes them special. They offer a chance to slow down, breathe in the fresh air, and appreciate the simpler things in life. So next time you're planning a trip, why not consider venturing off the beaten path and exploring one of these underrated gems? You might just be surprised at what you find. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments which state you think is the most underrated.